Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is another of my fictional short stories. This one is called Do Not Make a Surprise Visit. My son and I had long been estranged, but when I turned 70, I thought it was time to try to reapproach. I still live in New York, but he moved to LA for a research position at a prestigious university, or so I thought. Now that I'm retired, I have lots of time in my hands, so I thought I would do a drive-away. You see, rich people want their fancy cars driven across country. They fly and pick up their car at their destination. My drive-away was a Porsche Panamera, and I was to drop it at a home in Beverly Hills. I brought along my antique microscope, which I used to make my first discovery. It meant a lot to me. The next two paragraphs, dear viewer, are true. This following happened to me. The drive was getting boring, so even when it was snowing, I was driving 50 miles an hour, which I thought was safe. Wrong. I hadn't even put my foot on the brake, but I guess the road was icy, so in Adair, Iowa, I skidded, whirled off the road, over an embankment, and into a frozen lake. The car started filling with icy water. Fortunately, my legs are still strong, so I kicked open the door and climbed out and up and onto the road. Of course, all my stuff was ruined, including my beloved microscope. I didn't have a microscope, the rest of it is true. So much for that special peace offering. The tow truck drove me to nearby Davenport, Iowa, where I called the drive-away company, so embarrassed I had ruined the car that the owner wanted babied. Fortunately, the company was nice. The guy said, "That's what we have insurance for." I was glad I didn't have to face the car's owner. Now we get back to fiction. I bought clothes, toiletries, and so on, took a plane to LA, and then an Uber to the address for my son that was on all the people search sites. But it turned out to be what looked like a welfare hotel. In front were prostitutes looking for a John. Indeed, when I pulled up, 3 approached me. On the off chance, I asked if they knew my son. They laughed. "He's our pimp, apartment 6G. When I went up, he was there indeed. He was sure I would go wild, but wanting to make up no matter what, I lied and said, "I've used a person in his profession." He hugged me and then explained that despite his PhD in environmental engineering, the only job he was offered would have paid just half of what he earned in graduate school as a pimp. So he invited me to dinner at his place, not there, that was his office, in his mini-manse in Beverly Hills. Oh, what we as a society value. A pimp can earn more than a PhD in environmental engineering. Anyway, that short story is called Do Not Make a Surprise Visit. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 32 books. Perhaps the one most relevant to this is Senior Stories, but all 32 are on Amazon. Just go there and search on my name, Marty Nemko, Nemko, and you will find more than you can stomach. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.